Good morning and happy Sunday, everyone. I am back here with, I did the Rugged Rosaries review. I put a couple of rosaries up on my page. Those rosaries that I put up on my YouTube page are for when I am not home a couple of times a year, whether it be work related or if I am on a retreat. My wife can put that rosary on for my children to hear my voice before they go to sleep, because we pray a nightly rosary before bed every night. So Daddy will always be with them. But I've also seen a couple of subscribers subscribe to my channel since the Rugged Rosaries review, and it's inspired me to do a few more Catholic videos, maybe delve more into the faith. I am not an editor of videos, I just do the takes in one shot, so sorry for the likes and ums that I say. Those are really annoying to me, and it's just kind of off the top of my head with what I do. So I figured today I would do a review of my War Room. That movie, War Room, it's a Protestant-based movie, or Protestants made the movie, but it's a fantastic movie. I really love the Kendrick brothers, and I will not throw stones at them because those guys are going to be going to heaven before I am. And they are very inspiring. It's just like Protestantism with me is you're getting the cake, but you're missing the icing. And the icing is found in the Catholic faith, and that's with the sacraments, especially with the sacrament of reconciliation and the Eucharist, confirmation, all wonderful things. But I thought the concept of a war room was fantastic. So my wife and I bought our first house November 2015, and we said before we moved in we're making a war room, and we did. So this is a little room in our house in the upstairs. It's really tough to come up here in the summertime because the upstairs of this house bakes really, really badly. It's very hot. It's an unused section of the house, so there's no reason to put air conditioners in yet, but one day we'll get them in, maybe as my boys get older. They are 2 and 3 years old apiece. So here's our war room. It's just this little tiny place, little tiny bedroom, and that is a Sacred Heart image that belonged to my grandmother. She passed away last September, and she told us before she passed that she wants us to go through her house and take all of the religious articles, so we did, and that's one of the big things that we took. A nice Sacred Heart statue of Jesus and a couple of snow globes. This one is of an angel, and this is of the Blessed Mother right here. And we have our little Bible section. This is radio that we just keep on if we're up here just kind of meditating. This is what we use. And this was a gift that we received as godparents from our friends. They named us godparents of their daughter Karina, and they gave us a really nice angel here. Of course, we have to have a little fan in the room because, as I said, it gets really hot up here. And if anyone ever wants to stay over the house, there's a little bed for them right here, too, if they want a little guest room. And a little prayer chair is what I call that. I don't know how that little toy laptop got in here. But we try to keep it a Christian-themed room. There's the Blessed Mother statue right there. This I got on ruggedrosaries.com. It glows in the dark. It's a cool crucifix that glows in the dark. It's kind of flimsy, though. It's plastic. A very, very cheap plastic, so the bottom of this comes off a lot, and I will not let my kids get a hold of that, unlike the Rugged Rosaries itself. Here's just a little candle I could put on, and here are actual candles we've used. Now we've gotten those at, I think, yes, it was at a price right. They actually sell these in like a Goya section, these types of candles, and we have to have a crucifix up in the room. And the big part of the room is the Divine Mercy image. This is a really, I have to actually back up here. This is a really big image that I bought at a local Catholic bookstore, Mary Heart Crusader, awesome bookstore. And I have a nice little St. Joseph prayer here. I got that off of EWTN. And that's a picture of baby Aiden Moreno. You can Google that story, absolutely heartbreaking, the tragedy that happened close by to where we live. And our son Aiden is named after him. It really did show after that boy's death it showed the community really come together for him. And these are just little prayers I hang up on my wall that I like. My brother-in-law sent me this one for a prayer for my son. I like saying those when I'm sitting down at the little desk here. Right now, this desk/altar is a bit of a mess right now because my wife spends more time up here than I do. And she has all of her little art supplies here and some prayer cards and stuff. That's what she likes to do up here is color and paint. And this comes from my grandmother's house as well. This was a picture I saw every day, every time we went to go visit my grandmother. I always looked at this picture. It was a staple in her house. This is Veronica's veil image, the imprint that Jesus put on her veil, or a depiction of it. I don't know, but that's what the concept is. That's why there's blood on it. And this was from my first communion, a little cross that I found that has a risen Jesus on it. And just a little prayer that I like when something is going wrong and you say, why, God, why did this happen? You should be saying, okay, God, what do you want me to learn instead? And this is a little quote from St. Therese of be happy to have an imperfection to bring to the mercy of God. It just shows you that we aren't perfect, and that comes from St. Therese's mouth herself. So this over here is a cool image. Sorry with the lighting here. Let me see if it happens if I turn this off. Yeah, it comes out better. We had a garage sale at our old place. Our tenants would have this giant garage sale every single year. And it was tough because our driveway would get blocked and it was tough for us to get out if we had to because so many people would come to this tag sale because she owned an old store. And it went out of business, and she was trying to constantly sell stuff on the property, and it would just kind of block us in. And I found this picture out there once, and I was like, oh, sweet, that's a nice picture. That's probably the finding of Jesus in the temple. Yeah, there's actually a dove at the top of the picture, if you can see it. But it was framed and glass and everything. And I asked how much it was, and she said it's $20. I said, okay, well, maybe we'll take a look at it later. And we came back later on, after having to move out of the way and wait for people to move their cars off the driveway. And when we got back, they were cleaning up. They were putting the stuff away because the tag sale had ended. And they said, or she said, for the inconvenience of everything, I'm just going to give you this image. And so she gave it to us for free. It's really nice, really big, and it's one of a kind. I have never seen anything like this. If anybody knows the name of this image, please let me know it, because I have not seen one like this before. And this is an image of the Blessed Mother we picked up at the Divine Mercy Center in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, of Mary holding the baby Jesus and a little lamb too. I needed to have a Marian image in the room, and this was the one to have. So next I'll be doing a review also on these Bible toys right here. It's a little fisherman set of all the apostles, and there's Jesus in there too. And I'll probably eventually be doing a review on a magnet play set for Mass. It comes with little magnet pieces of a church. And it's good to bring to Mass to when you have little ones because they can put a church together in a little magnet set. So here's the war room, just some Bible quotes, inspiring quotes, and just a good place. I'm going to sit on the bed right now. This is what I like doing when I'm up here, just kind of sit on the bed and meditate on the image and everything in here. It's just a quiet place. It's a safe place. It's where the fighting is done in prayer. And I forgot we had, for Aiden's his baptism day, which is like another birthday. This was water he was baptized with. My mother got this gift for us. Can't see it that well, but it says Aiden Joseph on it. And his baptism day. And Joseph is his middle name. He's named after St. Joseph. And Peter, my older son, is named after the apostle. His middle name is Christopher, after the author Christopher West, who taught about theology of the body. That's where I first heard about that. And Christopher West was the beginning of my reversion. And here are the baptism candles for both boys. All right, well, God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed the War Room.